Kings 88.5.
Kings 88.5 FM.
We got the flavor.
More fire, more heat.
Kings 88.5 FM.
Playing the hot jams all day long.
Where the beat meets the heart of Liberia. Your home for the best hits, news, and community vibes.
More heat.
From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you.
His Excellency, George Wea, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working on a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
You cannot be for democracy when it favors you. You have to be for democracy, period. If 49 of my colleagues come today in the chambers and say, Mr. Speaker, for these reasons, we don't want you, I will step down the very same day. We will not even go to court or go say anything. For democracy when it favors you. You have to be for democracy, period. If 49 of my colleagues come today in the chambers and say, Mr. Speaker, for these reasons, we don't want you, I will step down the very same day. We will not even go to court or go say anything. What is important in any democracy is the constitution and the rules that we go by when it favors you. You cannot be for democracy when it favors you. You have to be for democracy, period. If 49 of my colleagues come today in the chambers and say, Mr. Speaker, for these reasons, we don't want you, I will step down the very same day. We will not even go to court or go say anything. What is important in any democracy is the constitution and the rules that we go by. We set the rules of the game before we start to play. You cannot be for democracy when it favors you. You have to be for democracy, period. If 49 of my colleagues come today in the chambers and say, Mr. Speaker, for these reasons, we don't want you, I will step down the very same day. We will not even go to court or go say anything. What is important in any democracy? Not be for democracy when it favors you. You have to be for democracy, period. If 49 of my colleagues come today in the chambers and say, Mr. Speaker, for these reasons, we don't want you, I will step down the very same day. We will not even go to court or go say anything.
Joseph Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen of the Republic of Liberia. Do you argue that? He's 23 years older than George Wea. No argument. He is too old to be a modern-day president. Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen of the Republic of Liberia. Do you argue that? He's 23 years older than is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen. Joseph Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen. Joseph Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen. Joseph Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen of the Republic of Liberia. Joseph Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen of the Republic of Liberia. Joseph Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen. Joseph Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen of the Republic of Liberia. Joseph Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen of the Republic of Liberia.
Be for democracy when it favors you. You have to be for democracy, period. If 49 of my colleagues come today in the chambers and say, Mr. Speaker, for these reasons, we don't want you, I will step down the very same day. We will not even go to court or go say anything. What is important in any democracy is the Constitution and the rules that we go by. We set the rules of the game before we start to play. We don't make it up as we go along. You don't say, before the game, 49 is required. Then in the middle of the game, where we can only reach to 42, so 42 is good enough.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Wea, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Not only are we going to share what we have on our afternoon play this afternoon, but we're giving out some money. The King's Cash giveaway is 4,000 today. You want to start playing? Play ahead of me before I get started with the issues we've got. Dial *79 and *24#. Play with $1, just $1, Liberty or 70 cents US. That's all, and then you can have your 4,000 Liberian dollars. Please do, if you wish. I advise that you do. It's dial. It is 4,000. 4,000. Good amount. Dial *79 and *24#. Play with $1 Liberian dollar or 70 cents US, and then your 4,000 is yours to use whichever way. Sata Miller, you are on from Red Light as usual. Henry T. Toll Jr., you've come on from Caldwell. Samuel S. Siako, that's Seeker, Seaker. You are on. Lawrence Smith from ELWA Junction, Venetia's Bar. Dinah Davis, you are on from your residence, the United States of America, Manhattan, New York City. Yes, we did make a comeback. Yes, that was not really in news because Real Madrid is just not a team to resist Barcelona. So it wasn't in news. I wasn't excited. I would have been excited had Barcelona advanced to the final. That was really clash of the Titan. But Real Madrid is not a force, not a team to stand in from Barcelona. So they were scoring the goals and we were amusing ourselves, just waiting for the time. And just as we said, the goals started coming in and the people were coming to tell us Barcelona reduced the margin by 2-1. And we told them, you'll go enjoy yourselves. When the time comes, you'll come and tell us the equalizer. And just as we said they did, they came back and told us 2-2. And we told them it's going to be 3-2. And the game they told us 3-2. Real Madrid playing Barcelona, it's just the usual. Yeah, so anyway, Dinah is good. You have to celebrate it. That's your team. Yeah. Sophie Blamo, Ansu Coleman from the headquarters of the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia, Jude Oneward Johnsonville, Clady Addison. You are on. Solo Wat Corsia from New Georgia, Esther. You are asking how was my weekend. It was fine. I thank God for life. That is the most important thing. Every other thing, life has it. Emmanuel Fire, you are on from Marshall Road. Thank you so much, my dear brother. Thank you so much. That's God's provision. Yes. Alenzi, is that how you spell your first name? Allezine. Alenzi or Alenzine? Which one? Or Kenin, you are on. You're saying that I am low. Alenzi is saying that the sound is low. But please, if you're listening, if you are following the radio and I am low, well, then you have to check your set because the microphone, it can go beyond the level at which the technician said it, then I will sound very muffled. You will only hear sound and don't understand me. So if you are following online, and then an adjustment can be made. Even as that, I can do it right now because the technician already said everything. Our responsibility is just come sit and we talk. We are not technicians to know this one and that one. Every other person you see sit here, they do as the technician said. That's how it goes in radio. The technical people responsible for technical matters, the people responsible for fetching news, analyzing, and delivering them, they do. So if you aren't getting sound, where I don't know, but everything is set now. I don't know. Nathan Mbe, you are on from Barcelona, Spain. Daniel Ziowe from Phoenix, Arizona, the United States. Perry Slobot from New Jersey, the United States of America. Yes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Perry Slobot. Josiah C. Wisset, you are on. Yasa Sharif, hope that you are faring well. Good to see you on. We are inspired by your presence. You are a very good lady, a lady of concern. Thank you so much. Yes, your concern resonated with the institution. That's what it is. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Benson Victor from Doe Community. Mary Tooley from New Georgia. Leona Williams from Red Light Bassa Town. Molly Cisse from Fargo Island. My dear Southeastern sister, Dwayte, you are on. Yeah, the weekend was fine. I thank God Almighty. The most important thing I pray for every day, that God be with me, that He gives me, He leads me on the path of rightness, and thank Him in return. Yes, and every other thing will fall in with time. Okay, the names are so running down in their thousands and millions and trillions. I can run through all, but you are very good. Yeah, you are very good. Pastor Mac Shellon, you are on from, I think, my toddy. Yes. Good to have you on, woman of God. My dear brother Nevet Pevet, you are on. Augustine Noah Double, you are on also. Good to have all of you on, man. Great people. Kuda Williams. Okay. Kuda Williams, good to have you on. All of you great people. Matthew Choloplay, you are good. Thank you so much that you've come on, all of you. Okay. Time is of the essence. We appreciate all of you. Great people. You are so good. You're so extraordinary. So we've given out some money today, as we usually do, and we will continue to do once the people who are partnering with us can continue, as long as they keep the adventure on. We play our part. If they reach the venture to an end for whatever the reason, then you wouldn't hear us talking. But as long as they are operating, we will announce money every day, every day. As the medium, we will do. It's 4,000 today, 4,000 Liberian dollars, not 10,000. And you can get it with just $1 Liberty or 70 cents US, and it is up to you to use. Let's get started. Time is of the essence. You came on for a purpose. You put in your resources. Your time is being consumed. Let us not waste time or disrespect that. We can start without this. Now, you want to put yourself in the position of Mrs. Noah, the wife of the late Clitus Noah. We have to change our style of culturing in this country. If we cannot, if we think that because we are in power, so we can use that to mock people, create a scene that they can use as a political weapon. Remember now, life has a way of turning around. We've seen in the past how people beg for sympathy. And I am not saying this from any political perspective. I am saying this because, one, I am a human. Two, I am a Christian. I know what the Bible says. I know what it means when someone has lost her husband or his wife, son, daughter, sister. I know how terrible it is because I've had several experiences. Mother die, father die, sister die, brother die. I witnessed all of those. I saw, I heard how people came around, heard some things. I know the state I was in, and that gives me a real understanding when someone has lost very close person that you need not say anything funny, nor must you take it on a political ground to score political capital. We are told, we are advised by God in Romans chapter 12, verse 15. He said, mourn with them that are mourning. He did not say mock them. He did not say create prank or comedy. He did not say score political capital from the deaf, but he said empathize and sympathize with them. After the burial, whatever, then you can move. The man has not been buried. From the very first day, they started politicizing the man's death, increasing the grief, the hurt, the pain, the frustration of that woman, simply because Clitus Noah worked in CDC government. There is another side to it. I am only urging because I am ready for us to go on that side. When we go on that side, JFK, the hospital that he went to, that he was treated, will be brought into the picture, and everybody who, or the very vehicle, or whoever took him to the hospital will use the white man investigative method. Everybody will be brought into that investigation. Let us not go to that side. If people think that they can score political capital from the death of Clitus Noah, they are treading the wrong path. Because when we get ready, raising the critical issues down to the hospital that he was taken to, the hospital will be called into the public glare. The hospital reputation will be at stake. The doctor or nurses that treated him will be called for investigation too. Because the investigation, when you pull one string, it pulls another, just like that. You know, that's how investigation can go. So those of you who not feeling anything whatsoever because Clitus wasn't connected to you, no, it's not important. You're capitalizing on it to score political capital. You'll continue. You'll do well for yourself, yeah? So you'll keep politicizing Clitus Noah's death. It is wrong by those who are doing it. There must be respect for the wife and privacy for the family. Here is the picture. Why people within the Unity Party rank, let's be very specific now, are so devilish, diabolic, and evil as if death will not come to any one of their relatives or death will not come to them. Some of them have lost people here. We saw them at funeral. We saw them even before the funeral. We saw them at funeral saying, the person who killed you, we heard them making that superstitious statement. Why were they saying that? Why? We know this country is open. It goes to everybody. That is why God said, when your brother is mourning, grieving, grieve along with him. That means console him. Never make fun. Never take politics to the dead. What he said was comfort one another. He did not say politicize anybody's death. He did not say make fun of another person's death because you are in power. Death is not political. Politics has nothing to do with death. Death is supernatural. Death is divine. Death is a sealed prophecy. Hebrews 9:27. It is appointed unto man once to die. President has died. Vice president has died. Legislator has died. Legislator will die. Journalist has died. Journalists will die. Doctors have died. Doctors will die. And on we can just go. Who is free from death that is going to live forever and ever? Some of you in Unity Party government, you're lost people. You people are feeling sorry for all over the place. Who made fun of you? Who said some of the people that died from you, they were in shady deeds? Did anybody politicize it? Or because Clitus Noah was the chief of office staff in CDC government to Samuel Twe, that today you're saying that Clitus Noah was a prime suspect? Did anybody call a case? Did the government bring any case against those people? Or even if they have a case, was Clitus Noah a prime witness? Did a court arraign or prepare Clitus Noah as a prime witness to testify? That you will soon reach the conclusion prematurely, elementarily, irresponsibly, telling the public that he was a prime or a suspect, a prime witness. That is the reason why they killed him. How will you say that? Now, if other people, if it was on the other side, if something happened in the government and CDC people were saying that, the next thing they will be running and say, this is wrong, you want to cause trouble, you don't politicize this thing because you want people to empathize with you. But you're doing it to another person, and this is how God can cause you to even eat the ground. If you people, very many of you, you say you're Christians. The reason why I say this thing, because I see it in the Bible. I am a Christian. I read the Bible. I see it. There are lines that you read in the Bible. The chill, the core bomb count on you. 1 Samuel chapter 2. What did he say? He said, I, God, I killed, I bring to life, I make poor, I make rich. Why are you taking pride? Why are you rejoicing? Why are you celebrating Clitus Noah's death? You're accusing other people all over the place. Because you celebrating, you're not acting, you're only acting like you're feeling sorry. Nobody from Unity Party ever show any sympathy because this man is not from Unity Party or he wasn't from Unity Party. So in essence, they're saying the grieving wife, we don't have time for her. She's not a human being. The children we don't have for them, they are not a human being. Let them go. Even if the wife dies today, it's not anything. Once you are not from Unity Party, this country is not for you. But God has a way of turning situations around. There are people in Unity Party government, they're sick. How you acting like we don't know? How you acting like your own Unity Party people not giving out information? There are people in Unity Party government sick. You know whether you will live on tomorrow or you will die 2-3 days from now. And when you die, you will want people to sympathize with you. When they start politicizing it, then you will turn around and say, no, this is wrong. That's not our culture. Right now, nobody talking about culture because it's in favor of Unity Party. The Unity Party releasing all the politically ballistic missiles, making fun of Clitus Noah's death, making fun of the grieving wife. Let it be a Unity Party person. Then they will be screaming all over the place talking about culture, culture, culture. Clitus Noah was never a prime suspect in anything. No court had ever arraigned Clitus Noah or put out his name. It is only Unity Party people making it to believe that he was a prime suspect or a possible witness. Did any court hear the initial indictment they brought against Stewart and the other people? Did the court go through that case to do any other thing? What we saw wasn't a preliminary. Did they arrange anybody called witness or witnesses? I like Ecclesiastes so much. I'll read Ecclesiastes chapter 3 from verse 1 till the last verse. What you will see, a time, a time, a time, a time, a time. You know what that means? In essence, God is saying that everything works with time. Clitus Noah is in the mud. The time will come, everybody will get over it, will be finished with it. After that, it will hit somebody from the other side. The grieving will start, and they will need people from the other side to sympathize with them. And when those people begin to make mockery of them, God will be on their side, on the side of those who are making mockery of the people because they did it before. You continue. And you used to be talking here. No death. When the people talk simple things, they say, oh, we're not politicize it. Oh, not politicize it. Politics has turned this country into this. When you talk the other one because it's against them, they say, oh, you might not do it. But when they're inflicting pains on you, then it is cultural, it is political, it is every other thing. But once it is against them, none of those things exist. You continue. It can't happen death now for one person. Clitus leaving the earth, he's not the first person that have died since God created the world. Thousands of millions of trillions of people have died and will still die. The time is coming that Sam Andrews will not be on the earth. Sam Andrews will not be behind the microphone any longer. It will just be history. Everybody going to die. Who can resist death? Who can postpone death? Who wants to die? Nobody wants to die. But no one can control death. No one can postpone death. No one can reverse death. You can reverse anger, vexation, hurt, pains, but you can't reverse death because it is a sealed prophecy. It is against that backdrop that God said, don't make fun of your brother when he or she is grieving. He said, mourn with them that mourn. That means sympathize, empathize. Even if you have problem with him, with the wife, you have problem with the husband, when they bury the husband after everything before. Why you think Jesus in Mark, with the problem that existed then, Why you think Jesus had to come and console that woman with the problem that they had already created? You think Jesus was not aware? He could have capitalized on that. But he saw that the woman was grieving, and the best thing to do is to empathize and sympathize with that woman so that she doesn't go too. The woman is grieving her husband for days now. And Unity Party people making fun of the man's death, making fun of the woman, as if death would never go to any Unity Party person. Death is no respecter of person, it's no respecter of party, it's no respecter of profession, it's no respecter of whatever. Couple of months ago, we saw the king from where? Saudi Arabia, where? Or according to the report that came out, he died a trillionaire. He was a trillionaire. Where was he lying down? In a cloth on the floor. A trillionaire. The Arab guy. And we can name several billionaires that they wrapped in cloth. Did the money stop them from dying? Did the money postpone their death? We hear every day, we see. Some of you United Party people, during the weekend, Saturday, y'all went to funerals. Oh, when y'all went to the funeral, you people were not thinking about your death? You think when you're in your prime, it means you will not die? Or when you're in government, you will not die? Why are you people so heartless? You have to think humor. We would never ever make fun of any United Party person who will have such a situation. Despite our political difference, our political intellectual exchanges. If somebody passes from the Unity Party right now, nobody going to make fun. We will sympathize and empathize with that person. Politics aside, because it is all about humor. What kind of nonsense is this? What kind of culture we have so? So, okay, y'all go now, y'all arrest all the CDC people. Y'all put them on trial, say they kill Clitus Noah, so they will destroy evidence. As if nothing going wrong in Unity Party. Today, his death is being politicized. It could be UP tomorrow or any other person. Going forward, I'm not praying for that. I hope that doesn't happen, but we don't know the future. Only God in heaven knows. But should anything pop up like that from within Unity Party, trust me, I will come on this radio and we'll make fun of it. Just as you're doing, because God in heaven said it. In Matthew chapter 7 verse 12. He said, which is the golden rule? He told me as the golden rule. If you don't want to be hurt, don't hurt another person, because if you hurt that person, the person has the right to hurt you. Do unto others as you will have them do unto you. You made fun of Clitus' death because he from Unity Party. Your disregard. Today, nobody talking about respecting the family privacy and all the kind of stuff. Nobody going ethical. But let it happen to a Unity Party person, then they will open the ethical dictionary. They will bring all the words us are respecting privacy, respecting this, respecting that. Some of you, even, oh God, the brother, my dear, I do not know you, but for whatever the reason, if you put yourself at the disposal of certain people, or you allow certain people to persuade you, to use you as surrogate, may I say to you that you will gain nothing from this, because nothing absolutely politically you can gain from it. If they want to use you as a trump card to spread some political lies around as they're doing now, you will only be damaging your own reputation. And that will take us to what unfolded. Over the weekend, the brother, with no remorse whatsoever, no respect for the wife, with no respect for the wife, the man took to social media to announce a suspicion of his brother's death and pointing finger to some people. He was specific with former maritime boss and other people, Samuel Twe, his Clitus Noah's former boss, and others. According to Len Eugene Nangwe, the late Clitus Noah's brother got on social media and made some outlandish accusation, indicating Len Eugene Nangwe in his right out. And Eugene Nangwe, according to him, he saw it, he pasted it, and then notified the police. Today, he was at the police headquarters at the invitation of the Liberia National Police Authority to give a full understanding and then the police position. Here is the former maritime boss and now chief of office staff of former President George Wea, Len Eugene Nangwe.
The brother of Mr. Noah, who is King Tozo, sent me a series of text messages to myself and to others, alleging that I had something to do with his death. So, given the gravity of such an accusation, I decided to write the police because he has evidence, as he says, that there was foul play. Then I think the police should investigate to follow up to my complaint. I restated my complaint. They asked me some questions. I also requested that the investigation, as is being carried out, they should also ensure that an autopsy be conducted on the body, which is the only scientific way of determining the cause of death. The police has contacted the funeral homes in Moses to put a temporary stop to the environment activities until a full determination can be made. And I'm pleased with that because to know it's in the public interest to know what has happened to this man, given the fact that his brother and a few other members of the family are alleging criminality. You know, for some of us, it has happened so many times in Liberia where people we make frivolous accusations, and we let it to lie. But in this case, I think the Liberian public needs to know, since the brother has been the one making the accusations, followed by many others, so that the cause of death can be determined. And if there is any criminal cause of death, if it was homicide, then the police can go and find the culprits.
So you heard him say that the police told him, Len Eugene Nangwe, that they have communicated or spoken with the funeral home to stop or not to proceed with the embalmment of Clitus Noah until the investigation is properly conducted, which would then lead to conducting an autopsy on the body. Autopsy is an examination forensically or medically to determine the cause of death. I don't think the family will want that, but you see how it's spreading now because these guys' reputation at stake. It's a grave allegation. The only reason United Party people taking interest in it, the laughing, the dancing, the whining, because these guys are from the other side of the political divide. And it is wrong. You can't do that. We're talking about life and death here. The living is living. The dead is dead. You don't want to politicize it. What kind of brother is that? I just hope that I can speak with a person from that side, but that is the situation. Continue playing the King's Cash giveaway. That star 79 and star 24 hatch, play with $1 Liberian dollars, Liberty, or 70 cents US. Play as many times as you can, and then you can have your 4,000. It's 4,000 today. Please do. You need money. Yeah, just as I am, but I can't take that money. It's only for you. Yeah. It's too bad of. Everybody has some kind of situation somewhere, somehow. You have to be very empathizing of people when it comes to death, illness, accident, just anything. Because it might be you. There are people on this earth, they took interest in people accident, people's illness, death. By the time they got through rejoicing and saying all kinds of awful things behind the people back, their death news hit out. Oh yes, that's how God can operate. If you don't know, let me tell you. Because the Bible is nothing for you people. You think that you have money, you have power, you ride in tinted windshield car, you get all the US in your pocket. And you don't know that everything about us on life, there is the spiritual side of it. If that Bible is not important to you, you call yourself Christian, and you're not reading it, well, that's what Satan wants, so that you get into doing these kinds of things, and at the close of the day, God punish you to the extent that you can. I told you about the representative. Yeah. He saw his daughter dying. He almost ate the semen. He almost chewed the semen with his teeth. He could not believe it. He grieved. He cried. The only thing that did not come out, his tears did not turn to blood. God was at work. You ain't fear God, eh? You take God for joke, eh? Anyway, because many of you have money and power, so the money and power are your God. When God gets ready, when you rejoice, I'm telling you, some of you, you people you're in church. You ask your pastors, say what God say about death when somebody rejoicing over the death of another person. You ask your pastors. If they have it, they will show it to you. You will see, and you will see examples in the Bible that God struck people for celebrating, for politicizing, for publicizing the death of another person. Even if that person is evil to the core as Satan, once you rejoice over that person's death, you politicize it, you publicize it to gain attention. God can struck you the same way. Two ways he does it. He either struck you with pain or disease that you will live with for the next several years. If that 10, 15 years you on that earth, they will carry you from hospital to hospital, from the orthodox side to the traditional side, from traditional leader to traditional leader. They will carry you everywhere. All the pastors in the world will pray. The praying will be fruitless. You people have not seen it? Well, if you have not, I've seen it. Simple thing God put on you. They will carry you to JFK. They carry you to all the hospitals here. They will carry you to India. They will carry you to America. They will carry you all over the world. They will bring all of the doctors, all the traditionalists. They will put all their medicine leaves together, all their leaves together. Nothing. At the end of the day, what they will tell you, say, we ain't see nothing. We ain't see nothing. We ain't see nothing. We try all the tests. We did all the treatment. We run all of this, as they can say medically. We ain't see nothing. God is right there. That's when you hear the person confessing. Yaka. Upon him fear God. The man who all powerful, you can see him. The man said, don't do this. Then you do it. When the man gets ready, you can see him. When he desires to inflict pain, you can see him. Unlike human being, that when the person says doing that, then you run to the person. Where you are going in a car to go look for heaven, to talk to God and beg him, falling at his feet. You be careful, eh? Yaka. Me now, all I can say to that one, we are human beings. I will never, ever rejoice over anybody's death. I know what it means. Even when I did not have that experience of death, it wasn't right, in my opinion. Then as I grew up and started to experience death, father died, go to the funeral, see the frame in a casket, sister died, mother died, brother died, sister died. Hey, I beg y'all, my people, I hold your foe. I take God to beg y'all. Y'all don't rejoice or anybody dead. People saying all kinds of things about other people, how they were dead. Oh, Clitus were died. The other one dead. Don't get inside. Don't get involved. Some people, they are cunning, just as the devil is cunning. They'll try to draw you inside. You saying some things. God can even punish you for jumping in to say all those things. I hold your foe. As we say in Liberian parlance, I take God to beg you. Let's move on. They Yaka. It was an interesting weekend going into the weekend. Yeah. We heard prior to the weekend of the coming in of the president of Barbados. And just so you know, it is where Rihanna originated from. That's her home country, a small island. I tried to share a little idea with you people last week when it was announced. There was she coming from, Rubin Rahana Fenty. Her last name is Fenty, Fenty. And I was opportune to see her small house, not the extravagant things that people have here to show. Small house she has in her hometown. There is painted, orange, green. I think it should have 2 or 3 colors. Small house, but sophisticated inside. That's how those people on that side, they build a house. Yeah. So, and that is a developed island. Oh, that place is a developed island. Barbados, unique place. But do you know that till now I have not understood why the president of Barbados came here and would stay here for 3 days? Unlike other presidents that we will know the purpose of their coming and everything will be explained, and just from the events you would know. But the president of Barbados came. Till now, I do not know. They went cruiser and say, oh, Barbados and Liberia share a common history. They people from how to call them, the settlers came here, they settled here, they did some things, they named some place, and they came on the ship called Cora, and they named Cruiserville, and on and on. They took her first to the Providence Island, from there Cruiserville. So is that what the woman left her country to come sit down here for 3 days? You see what happens when you have a president who does not have international recognition, will always force, will beg, will pay for recognition. And the paying for recognition that the unknown country island. You think Emmanuel Macron, those people from those top European countries and other places, you think they'll have time to come waste here in Liberia? That woman less basic in her home. Nothing there. Nothing. That beautiful island, unique place, is one of the places when you go there, you feel relaxed, you feel comfortable. Yes. Unique island, oh, well developed, has a very good literacy rate, good healthcare system, unique transport sector. Barbados is built I think the woman wanted to add some air of legitimacy to President Bouakai. So she said, let me just go in our country. Since they say we share ancestral history or cultural days or whatever, let me go there and let me spend some time with them. So he called former President Salif and other people. They went to Crusoe to go explain. So what is it? What kind of history that we know that the Barbados president and Joseph Boakai will explain to us? We know about it. In fact, the history of Liberia is contradicting. Do you know that they demean America in there, or they lie to you? You see why you can trust Liberian history? They made us to believe that Crusoe was American initiative, as they named all the streets, Ashmore Street, Galley Street, and on and on. The history did not tell us that Crusoe was initiated or given birth to by the settlers from Barbados, this and that. Because the historian too really don't know their history, so they put everything on America. And that's how people came up in this country historically, to believe that everything about Liberia, America. So they feel that history they told them, colonization, American colonization, everything, yeah, that America. That is why the citizens of this country, or the people of this country, focus so much, rely so much on America. They look up to America for everything. Liberia was in problem, yeah. Liberia had series of problems, year in, year out. Where was Barbados? The Barbados say, let's send 1 gallon of water to Liberia to help them. Oh, come on, man. Come on. That thing was insignificant. Very insignificant. That woman ain't got nothing to do at her place. So she came to sit down here to enjoy herself. Wasted 3 days. No president who has something very significant on their plate. We can't sit down here for 3 days. Enjoy yourself. Just to go to Crusoe Bay and go stand. Liberia and Barbados share this. Liberia and Barbados share that. Carry her to the island, Providence Island. Providence Island that stink, dirty, nasty. Oh, come on. That was a waste of time. When the recognition not there, when the president of the country does not have that acclaim, that international acclaim, that what you see, low-level president, low-level presidents of low esteem, they one can come around. How often, when last year had the president of Barbados to America, the president of Barbados in India, the president of Barbados in Germany, the president of Barbados in Russia, the president of Barbados in France, when last year had, you know how the people look at those places, those islands, they see them as insignificant, as tiny. They don't have that global acclaim, that global recognition. They are subservient countries. Those islands on the Caribbean, the Caribbean, they are subservient. That is why they call them island. Their population is not small. They'll be significant by production and other stuff, but they're so small, they're so minute in terms of Ellen was here all that time, 12 years. That woman ever came here. You think Ellen know? Ellen left the presidency 6 years, Joe. We are here. You all keep it around. You got the people that Boaga say, then you go to the place. The president of Barbados came for the night around. Big girl. Your fun place to sit down, man. Your fun place to sit down. What's that? What you can waste the people time for? You got nothing to do. Sit down in your country. You know that nothing happening in this country. It's not how you add air or legitimacy to somebody who does not have the recognition. At least you have said the president of Barbados is coming, and this other president will be here, and this other president, we had 3 or 4 or 5 presidents from different countries. You say, yeah. Then we can start thinking from there that, yes, the government is building up the international recognition and morale. But an unknown place. Look what the guy, when I was doing the research, what did the guy say? He said Barbados' greatest export is Rihanna. He said Barbados' greatest export, not necessarily the rum, because just as what we have here, we have rice. They have, what have they got called it somewhere? Somewhere rum something. It's the leading drink. Leading. And I think they have 19 plantations. 19. Just imagine a small island. They both have 19, 1 and 9. 19 plantations. Liberia 176 years old. I know how many plantations Liberia are. You please help me. They're producing. Why we feeding on other people? I think Bwaka called that woman here to help, to appeal to her, to help Liberia with some things, because they're where we are. Do you know that we are nothing? Do you know that we only sovereign by paper, but we aren't sovereign by production? So we feed on those countries that are sovereign by production. Look at our setup. Everything we beg for it. As much as no man is an island, but between 60-75% you should be independent. Then the rest, the people can come in. Do you think that we can look at France, or France can look at us and say they ain't get nothing more help them? No. They are going too fast at Senegal. Don't use African countries. Ghana, where COVID-19, when COVID-19 was on, we're still following the internet. The internet was on. It was effective. While we're fighting for things here, the Ghanaian president, the former president, Nana Akufo-Addo, every 2 days he will address the media. We heard a man talking about Ghanaian factories, Ghanaian scientists, the production of this medicine, the production of that to resist and combat COVID-19 virus. Just imagine from that time, then imagine now. Ghana 100 times ahead of Liberia. We ain't even talking about Nigeria, Ivory Coast. Liberia 177, you stay a subservient country. Subservient country is that country that is politically at the will and pleasure of another country. That the beginning can say, or the Liberian parlance go, if that country is fat, Liberia can smell. Because Liberia is producing nothing on its own, not that Liberia can do. God in heaven gave Liberia the ability to do, but they took their natural resources and placed them at the disposal of the white man. And so the white man says, since you're stupid, you can't do anything on your own, we'll take your natural resources, we carry it, we make the maximum use of it, then we come back, we take small money and get to you. And that's when you hear the Liberian media, the Liberian government people announcing the World Bank has given Liberia 2.5 million. This government has given Liberia 8.5 million grant. Then they're excited that your own money they're giving back to you. Know where they're taking it from. But they're giving it back to you. To understand this, go to Burkina Faso. That's why they went in the U.S. Congress and start lying on the guy in Burkina Faso, saying that he's enriching himself with the resources of the country. He's taking the country gold because the man placed a moratorium or a ban on all of those things, asked the West to pack up, and that the resources of Burkina Faso will be used for the development of Burkina Faso. And that's what made them vex. They want to kill the boy, 36 years old. Ibrahim Traore. What the woman came to do here now? What's the significance? What's the difference? Yeah, man. Jessica said even Togo is ahead of Liberia. Oh, yes. Togo far advanced. Liberia is the least of least countries on the African continent. It is the only country that is that begs all over the place. What a woman came to do here? What's the essence now? But we can understand, man, when you have a president who is not known regionally and internationally, that's what happens. Yeah. That's what happened. She's unknown. Nothing much to do in her country. So she can't sit down here for 3 days. Providence Island. In fact, they won't just try to respect Waga. Just say, okay, let me go. How they call it? The first lady say, yeah, let me go. The second lady, no, we get second lady. We only have first lady. In governance, there is no second lady. I will speak to that at another time. I got the book for it. That thing they're moving around here, they're calling the vice president wife second lady. I like there's nothing called second lady. I got the presidential stuff. I got the text for it. Yeah. When I come with it, then I'll give my man credit. But thank you, Chief. You know what? So he's listening right now. So you don't be calling the vice president wife second lady. There's nothing called second lady. Even that thing they can say first lady. It's just from one saying to another, from one mouth to another. That's how it stuck there. It became a legislation. But there's nothing called first lady. There's nothing called second lady. The woman is the wife of the president. And you see the American people when they're introducing, you can hear them use that. They say, let's please welcome the wife of the president of the United States of America, Mrs. Trump. Simple. Why you have first lady? There is a second lady. When you're in a country where the people, majority of the people, they are just a mumu. That what can happen. We're talking on that. Thank you, my dear brother. I will give you the credit when I get started with that. I'll show you all the book, the caption. In the meantime, we have the book, another book coming up. It's called From 1 to 73. I suffer from lip pain as if I'm forcing it talking away. That easy. Yeah, you see the why we go through the thing. I'm not feeling too well. The pain. Yeah, I know what is developing, but we just have to force it. I've been battling or dealing with several medications just to have the time. Thanks to my medical guy who did extremely well. At least the jaw, swollen area gone down. He said once I continue to talk and chew some hard stuff, it will go down gradually. And truly that's what I experienced. But I almost at the 11th hour, you will have seen Newton talk about. Yeah. But again, that's what it is. Okay. So let's get to the line now. Let's get to the line. 0772, just these two. Then we talk something else, and then we out. Continue to play the King's Cash giveaway. Dial star 799 star 24 hash. Play with $1 Liberian dollar or 70 cents US, and then you can have your 4,000. That 4K on my people. Today Monday, they were I get you see a battling pain from my jaw. You give me 4K and I'll be too happy. So you see it? I in pain. Talking to you and giving you 4K. You see how level not fair? Yaka. What kind of level live? How God made it life here? So let's go to the line 0772 2399 33 0886 34 the women's line 0777 9803 75. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, President.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, my name is Maurice calling from Kempton.
Let's hear you, Morris.
Yeah, but thank you for the explanation this afternoon. You know, people are saying, why carry no country or the president that carry no country is very far. You see, the people of Ghana that you know, they carry on until the win election. I want to try to think that. When myself are listening to that explanation about they're using language that the police you call for investigation. You know, you can be wishing on somebody else. I see having no country over here, 2023, where other than the car, and all I start to make it up to go. The youth, take that to be a political go all on the social media. And they still bring it. People in the town and I see money, they do property, they say, check for somebody to be offense out of somebody, and I made a okay party. Just say, I couldn't commit a crime. I don't say, in the government, you know, money for senior riot, let you know, every day, in the food talking, or air against you, to them, continue to scare to do not do. But the father enter the country, like, human beings, today I'm going, you don't get a show, you don't get a chico. They think you're allowed to get a woman, but you're allowed to maintain a woman. Then you get about the continue. How about that? You don't want it all. Why you say you don't want to wish? So when they come and give quality all of the country that they don't put. Thank you for the show, George.
Thank you too for calling. Have a nice day. Let's take this one, then we'll go to the women's line. Hello?
My name is Hussein Kew. I come from Jigostan. Listen to the different talking points. So thank you always for the extra privilege given me to disagree on the different talking points. Sam, let me say this to those who listening and wanting to call. This country is all we got. In the last 6 years of former President Wea, who under his regime produced a de facto president in Magiro and a dictator in Jefferson Koji. We cried out, he didn't suspend them until the American came out with a sanction. Before them, he suspended them, and later on, they have to resign. Under this administration, President Barker had no friend, no family. He suspended and dismissed anyone who go against the Liberian people's interests. Abi Moda, being the Commerce Minister and the former chairperson of the United Party, he was suspended by the president. That's a high condition. Abraham Koma, as a DA boss, he was suspended by the president. Being a confidant in a security
did you follow?
He was suspended by the president.
Hold on. Did you follow the pattern or the talking point? The pointer?
Yes, I listen to you.
No, but you far from what I talk about.
No, Sam,
you far from the two things I talk about.
The coming in of the president from how they call the country, the island country, and this is I'm slipping.
So what has that got to do? What has that got to do with president dismissing, president suspending, president not dismissing?
Yeah, but somebody.
You want to go straight to the point. You want to go straight to the point, Chief. Not you alone on the line.
Yes, Sam. It would be a good thing that other countries, even small or big, that will come and respect the democracy of our country. Sam, that country now have opened a free visa for Liberia. Liberians can leave from here now to go to that country and study and do other things that will better their life. Sam, they don't have to have everything. They don't have to be the America. They don't have to be the Spain. They don't have to be the France. But for the matter of fact that a country president leaving a country and coming in another country, that's confidence.
Thank you, sir.
They have built in this president.
Thank you.
Sam, I can say this to you. President Barker has changed the narrative.
Hello.
Good afternoon, General. Good afternoon, General.
Let's hear you. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Thank you for educating people. The professor, the king, and the general during the war time, suppose you are living, or you are here, or you are mature. They want another to come to start the country. So I thank you for always giving our education about how we will be moving. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Have a great Monday. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Papa.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, people, they are stupid people. I would say they are stupid people. They kill the damage upon them. They will pattern can and they will mock and what she paying for. Okay. What can it be? They will more kind of more gainful and certifying that you go by then the country broke. That's what they do. But the people that can show on nothing sense. They will not show on nothing. They sense the other people inside. They will not show on nothing. They just stealing, damaging our country. Take care of resources. They let the country broke. We are getting a goal for our battle. One will fight. And let the country will not find a Christianity to pray and kill the tone. What will they wait for? According to Tansia Westman and Mabinu. Thank you, Papa.
Hello.
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 Yes. That's me. Hello?
You are on the air. When you call and you hear the person say hello, it means you already on the air.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon.
I
Hello, good afternoon. I'm speaking. I spoke, but you know, honestly,
Talk.
Yeah, I say the people they are not coming so on. Nothing in the says passes what they get so. All the things they do, they get to damage the country and steal and break more law, no rule of law. They're not thinking about doing nothing for the country. None of people suffering. They $4 at 1,100 a year, Nana. They were paid $4 a year. But 1,000 they were paid, Nana. Our country is suffering. We don't know what to do. We are suffering. We thinking how every our country will come back. That is power regime, Madam Sally and George Wea. They are regime. I know every country will go by there. We suffering, Nana. And that is in our country. Everything going higher. Then they will take somebody from us. He can't take our resources. They say the person, what about the person so come and they say and do something, but it's not the point to us. Now,
Hello.
Hello, Sir Andrew.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Let's hear you. Your name and where you call from.
Yes, ma'am. You're calling from State Street. Sir Andrew, you the same person can advise people that when they're not well, they should rest. I think today you could get rest and there's somebody else on the show because you still get more to do for us. You still get more to do for us. I'm begging you, take time with that body. You still get more teaching to do. So, anyway, sorry. Yeah, my attention dropped to this boy here there. I don't know why the brother doing that thing because they bought that. I don't really know him personally, but people that know him and hear my strength in the same church, they say he was a very good man. There's no way that you will go to that boy with problems. He will not help. So why he decided to follow this greedy cousin that don't have nothing to give the Liberian people who need to look straight there to look for something from here and there. He decided to follow them. Or is he doing it out of jealousy because the brother had him? Why he hurting that woman? The boy supposed to be buried with honor. See where Alpha is going now.
They want the chocolate. They want the man's funeral. That's what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, because
they want Samuel Twain and the other people there, the other CDC people to go there. So they will say, "Oh, you see there." And that man, all kind of thing, and that what they do on the thing, they know that trick they on, but it will not work.
They did it to one woman from in our same church, when they carry the one body from the street now, the petition, they started chanting that Democrat, and I hold a little that so United Party, so are them, and are the same people that used to run to that ball every day. Yeah. I feel it bad because the way CDC is supposed to really do that for party.
No, don't mind the people. That man will be giving a befitting burial. No. That man lived his life. That's how Clitus was born. That's how, don't worry, mama. That Clitus was born friendly. From childhood all the way. Clitus was going to people, being friendly, doing everything for people, even before he became before he joined in government. UL get a record. The communities that he lived in a record there. From child, he was born naturally good.
I say in a single feeling bad now. Because they're not living rest I mean people. I didn't know I go get my own. I felt for him there for years.
Okay, man.
Because he brought my sister home from the church. And he was just looking at her. So she said, oh, the boy was looking at her. He not thinking that she was coming from her family. When she decided now, the Easter Sunday to go asking, she didn't see him now, only to hear that he died. That boy just hurting people begging and yes.
Yeah. You never went to Clitus with a problem. He told you no. No was not part of Clitus' life. He didn't know how to tell people no.
Get people out from the church will say, oh, my website is going to State Street. And at the same area, the boy show her the horse and all to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Papa. I beg you when you're not well.
Thank you.
Please rest and take care of that body.
Okay.
I'm begging you.
All right. Hello. No, you want to cut your radio. You want to cut your radio off. there are few people of Clitus, Noah type. There are few people on earth like that. God created people or such. Yeah, they're naturally good. Naturally, you see it from their childhood. You sense their impact in the community, how they get along with people, how they share. Like too many people like that. Too many. Let's get on this side. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, your line, Chief. Your line cracking. Oh. Sorry, Chief. Your line cracking. Change your location. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
No more Mao.
Yeah, lower your radio or cut it off.
Okay, I'm a media. I can't say you with my ear. Cut it off. Cut it
Yeah.
off. Cut it off. Uh-huh.
Call the
Yeah,
radio
but
off.
what you
Okay,
are saying?
let's hear you now. Let's hear you time.
Yeah, but they boy been there talking. They boy, I saw him one time over there. I started when you were working with the man. Yeah. I never knew that you were working with this man, but one time he was talking how he's getting money and he take pay, he put your money in credit, he do this, he do that. He do small petty business. Yeah, but to know him in person, I don't know him. But black men, everything that happen, they want to do it political way. Anything that happen, they think that hurting somebody, then the person that you will not see no more, you will not talk. Then they making fun out of that person. I see God to pity that woman heart. She must forget about him and just ask God to just comfort her.
Yeah, the woman don't get time for those things they're doing. She knows. The woman exposed. She knows why they're doing all those things. She said, well,
Yeah.
they're not a woman that will be carried away, what she hear in the media, people talking around. No. She's not that type.
Oh, true. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, people, too. Y'all did extremely well for spicing up the first lap of the show. We need to take a very short break. Then we return to look at something. Yes. Oh, God is good. God is good. He's a good God. Good God. Good God. He's a good God. Good God. Yes. Let's take some kind of break. Yes. A very, very short break. Very short break. Very short break. Let's go. Let's take a break with this one.
His Excellency, George Wea, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Let's get started now. But keep playing the King's Catch giveaway. Dial star 79 and star 24 hatch. Play with $1. $1 Liberian dollars. Only $1, sorry. Or 70 cents US. And then you get for yourself 4,000. 4,000. 4 and 1,000. Good morning. Ha. That's my model. 4K. So let's get started with the second and final lap of the show. And this is how we start.
You cannot be for democracy when it favors you. You have to be for democracy, period. If 49 of my colleagues come today in the chambers and say, Mr. Speaker, for these reasons, we don't want you, I will step down the very same day. We will not even go to court or go say anything. What is important in any democracy is the Constitution and the rules that we go by. We set the rules of the game before we start to play. We don't make it up as we go along. You don't say before the game 49 is required, then in the middle of the game where we can only reach to 42, so 42 is good enough.
Okay, so we will reiterate what we've always said. I cannot negotiate a criminal case in a political settlement. It appears that maybe I'm guilty of something. My request to the police, because the case has been treated so politically, is let's get international investigators to come and investigate the case, look at all the evidence, and whatever the report is, we will abide by it. So as long as it remains the way it is, it remains a political case. Let me give you an example. When we won the case at the Supreme Court, they called two of my colleagues. They need to come back for investigation. If I wanted to take money for this would not be the ideal time to take money, right? Because it's not as valuable as it was before the hearing, before the ruling, right? Before the ruling, if I had withdrawn my case and I wanted to sell it, that was the ideal time. So it doesn't make sense. What they are saying is, and it's anticipated in Liberia, nobody do things out of principle. We sat here for 6 months, no pay, no nothing, nobody bringing any gas or anything. At the end of 6-7 months, then you cannot say we took money. We could have taken money and spared the public. But there is no issue of money changing in except the legitimate benefits, salaries, and benefits of our colleagues.
So before we get to Capitol Hill politics and what unfolded today, we have to turn to one of our greatest partners that always want to be associated and on Real Talk with such a unique, how do I call it? Help bringing people out of poverty with their initiative, Liberty Fortune.
Yes!
Pee-wee?
Yes?
What all the happiness for now?
Yama, the thing that making some of our friends in other countries can be building houses and sending their children to Google schools now come to Liberia, yeah?
What's that?
They got one Liberian company called Liberty Fortune.
Liberty Fortune?
Yes. This company bringing one game they call Liberty Fortune Scratch and Win game.
And how people can play this game?
Very easy. Buy their ticket and scratch the silver part on it. Just the same way you can do the scratch card. Then any money you see on it is for you. You can win different amount of money, all the way up to 10,000 USD.
So you mean when I buy the Liberty Fortune scratch card and build the silver part, any money there is for me?
Yes, and you only need just $1 USD or the same money LD to play and win.
But where I can get a Liberty scratch card from?
Go to the shops. Go to the boys who selling scratch cards and tell them that you want Liberty scratch card. Pay, scratch, and win. And then you take the winning card to their office at the Don's residence on 2nd Street, Tottenham Boulevard in Cinco for your money.
Pee-wee, thank you for this life-changing game. Liberty scratch card, we for it every day.
Spend small money and win big money. A message from Liberty Fortune LLC, the new game changer in.
Over the weeks, days, we've been talking about Capitol Hill politics. You got fully engaged with it. You've been impactful. Your position or reaction have been very insightful. We can thank you the more. It wasn't necessarily a defense for Fonati Kofa, but the wrong way the guys called themselves majority bloc went about to, quote unquote, elect their speaker when it was induction and everything about them was wrong. We've maintained that it wasn't right because as citizens of the country, we know the Constitution, we know the law, and we've said everything they were doing was wrong and they needed not to proceed further, but to do the needful parliamentarily and constitutionally if they truly wanted Richard Cohn as the speaker. We got involved. We faced the issues head on. We received the latches that they brought. We resisted. We stayed in it. And we said that no matter what, we reached the end. Fonati Kofa was never going to be the victim. Fonati Kofa was not the one who was going to suffer, but rather Joseph Yema Boakai and the government, as long as it drags on and they started to feel the pinch. The president was told many times by international partners that what was going on was wrong. If it continues, then they will have other options. I am telling you this because people within the executive mansion corridor explain this. In fact, some of them have fell up with what is unfolding because they've started to see the pinch of it. Things are not really happening for the country. What you're experiencing is what the Englishmen call rhetoric. They just gave you a long sermon and you are excited, just as when you go in church, the pastors are prophesying and you are motivated, you're shouting, yeah, yeah. When you come outside, you say, chair, well, not easy today. Oh, the pastor powerful, but you learn nothing. The pastor, he made no impact on you. You're going home empty. That's how you're looking in a political context. That's what they call rhetoric. You come, they just explain it to you. Say, oh, we're doing the other one. We're having the other meeting. Then you run it around and say, yeah, United Party working. United Party doing the, but nothing actually happening. We said to you that it was going to come to an end. And Richard Cohn was never, is not the Speaker of the House of Representatives, that Richard Cohn was going to end in disgrace, that he needed to do the needful if he had the backing of the executive and majority of his colleagues to speak to them, beat sense into the heads that let us drop everything, go into the chambers. Since we claim to have the 49, even up to 50, the number is sufficient and grounded enough to remove Fonati Kofa. Then we can proceed with an election. And all of you who are on my side as the majority mathematically, then you guys can elect me. He refused to do that. He allowed it to drag on. They took state resources, taxpayers' money. They used it extravagantly, wastefully, loosely. They were moving from one place to another with police protection over them. They took decisions that they felt they are the only people who have a say in the governance of this country. Here we are now. The most clever person in this situation is Fonati Kofa. The hero is Fonati Kofa and his guys. Credit must be given to all of them, not only Fonati Kofa. All of them, all of those guys, Fonati Kofa, Musa Bilete, Dixon Sibo, Abu Kamara, Frank Safoko, all of those people who stood with the speaker, the worth commendation. They are patriots, they are nationalists. They are the rule of loyalists, if that is a word. That is my creation. They are loyalists. And Fonati Kofa, as you inject this, Fonati Kofa again raised the morale, the standard, the integrity, the credibility of not only the lawyering profession, but the Louis Arthur Graham School of Law. Fonati Kofa have shown to lawyers that they should not stoop so low as lawyers, down to the enterprising ones, those ones who are in law school preparing to become lawyer, that they should not stoop so low for anything. They should stand up high, use the most sophisticated weapon that they are acquiring. Fonati Kofa sent too many license. He spread knowledge around. And may I say to you that he confirmed that his book is coming out. And when that production is done with, I don't think, if you don't rush to get a copy, no, I don't think you ever have. I think it will finish in America and Europe before it can even reach Liberia. So you'll start putting in, you'll start speaking to him. It is titled From 1 to 7, The Conspiracy of the Capitol Building. I may not get it right as per the title, but that's the idea. From 1 to 73 is show. So we have reached the end of the Turner, but that would not be a rosy. That will not be a walk in the park. The speaker has now become resigned speaker. He confirmed this today. He confirmed this earlier public address. That means he spoke before today, what he said before today. Listen.
You cannot be for democracy when it favors you. You have to be for democracy, period. If 49 of my colleagues come today in the chambers and say, Mr. Speaker, for these reasons, we don't want you, I will step down the very same day. We will not even go to court or go say anything. What is important in any democracy is the Constitution and the rules that we go by. We set the rules of the game before we start to play. We don't make it up as we go along.
So today, he confirmed the rumor that was all over the place. We told you over the weeks that it was clear he was going to resign. He gave that hint in his address immediately after the Supreme Court reaffirmed him as the speaker, or reaffirmed his status as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. He gave a hint in that public address when he used the word transition, and he used the word not unmindful of the situation at the Capitol, meaning I am willing to make the sacrifice ultimately. From there, I started to tell you that Fonati Kofa will resign. And then the news started coming up here and there. So over the weekend, it's been running around that he will resign. He sent his letter to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, which wasn't true. He didn't have to send it to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, though Ellen is aware of what has been unfolding, but she had always been in the back seat. So that wasn't true at all. He did what was needed as per the standard of resignation, and it was announced officially. And he was engaged, and he did confirm his resignation at 12 this afternoon. 12 this afternoon.
It's not imminent. I've already submitted it to the clerk. I think it's after 12 o'clock. It was expected.
Did you hear him? He said, I have already delivered it to the clerk. The information that came, you have to be very careful. Listen, I told you. We told you, yeah, don't listen. I'm not saying that it is not your right to listen, to read social media, take things from social media. But if you are a follower of Kings FM, even if you hear anything, you wait to see whether you will hear it on Kings. If Kings say anything about it, you hear it on AB show, you hear it on Sam show, you hear it on Israel show. I say you might not say they're not true, but you must do your background check. If you hear Israel talk about A, you hear Sam talk about A, you hear AB talk about A, then you take it as 100% true. When you hear A on AB show, AB not talk about A, you hear it nowhere. You hear other people saying it when you go wrong with A, that you will be made shame. That how you looking. When you say I'm following the station, it means you believe in that station. When you hear anything, the thing that you hear, when you hear the people talking it, they will know that they're not true. When you hear it and you hear the people talking it on that radio and they're talking it even more, then you know that's true. You know that we're telling you how for somebody to resign. They're in the country. Nobody putting gun to their neck to do anything. Then they will take the resignation letter and give it to another person to carry to Capitol building. How did that work? No. So all that thing you are hearing, the people mad, and the speaker will resign. He will take his letter, he gave to Ellen, and Ellen will carry it to the chief clerk. What former president got to do with carrying letter to chief clerk? She expedite her? The worker reducer said, the person who resigning, a lawyer, knows the law, knows the procedure, doesn't have to give his letter to any third party or second party or fourth party or what you call it. The man took his letter and handed it to the chief clerk. And it became public information. The chief clerk made it known. How they call him? The deputy speaker is now in charge. So what's going to happen is the man who say now he's speaker, everything has gone against him. Fonanti Kofa resigned. Fonanti Kofa is not the speaker. The man is resigned speaker. He's resigned speaker. He's not the speaker of the House of Representatives. He is resigned speaker. Y'all want to hear it again? All right, let me go back there. Yeah, the man. He said, I submitted my resignation 12 midday to the speaker. Listen carefully. Listen very carefully. Very carefully.
It's not imminent. I've already submitted it to the clerk. I think it's after 12 o'clock. It was expected. We got to play the game by one set of rules. The rules keep changing. It's not imminent. I've already submitted it to the clerk. I think it's after 12 o'clock. It was expected. It's not imminent. I've already submitted it to the clerk. I think it's after 12 o'clock. It was expected. Not imminent. I've already submitted it to the clerk. I think it's after 12 o'clock. It was expected. Not imminent. I've already submitted it to the clerk. I think it's after 12 o'clock. It was expected. Imminent. I've already submitted it to the clerk. I think it's after 12 o'clock. It was expected. Imminent. I've already submitted it to the clerk. I think it's after 12 o'clock. It was expected. Not imminent. I've already submitted it to the clerk. I think it's after 12 o'clock. It was expected. It's not imminent. I've already submitted it to the clerk. I think it's after 12 o'clock. It was expected. Not imminent. I've already submitted it to the clerk. I think it's after 12 o'clock. It was expected. We got to play the game by one set of rules. The rules keep changing, right? I think we held on because when the Supreme Court made a decision on December 6th, all the people came and said it was confusing the term ultra-virus, right? And so we waited for the Supreme Court to clarify that because we submitted what we call a bill of information. And we believe at the time that once the Supreme Court clarifies it, everybody will go according to the rule of law. The Supreme Court made a clarification. I think even the smallest child that started school could understand what the Supreme Court said, except for not to provide speaker, any other thing that happened. But then the rules of the game shifted when the president said he would go by his original posture, which was to deal with a majority bloc. Once that changed, we had to assess our own participation in what is going on. And as we see it, after the caucus evaluated, with still those going up at the Capitol, our choice was to either go tomorrow to the Capitol to have a repeat of some sort of violence or to avoid that. I think one of the things we try to do is to avoid it. The second thing is you see Fonati Kofa, but you don't see the people standing behind Fonati Kofa. How long can I ask my 60 employees who have not been paid for 6 months to stay on? I have to evaluate that. How can I ask my colleagues who have endured this battle to stay on, especially when significantly we started to lose some of our most committed members after the president's state. All of that led us to have a strategy session and a strategy meeting to say, what is the utility of holding on? Do I just continue to be a speaker sitting down at home while someone else is exercising the power and the privileges of the office? In my mind, I think that's not a wise choice.
So, yeah, what he shared. Yeah, what he shared on his page. Yeah, what he shared on his page. Immediately, he submitted his letter. He said, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Quoting 2 Timothy, or using 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7 in a political context. If you know the history of 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7, then you will understand the context politically in which the speaker used it. Paul endured. Paul was accused. Paul was put on trial. In this case, they refused to put the speaker on trial. Paul was accused of taking money. He was accused of faking. He was accused of just almost everything that you see went with the speaker. He was subjected. He was politically routine. The only thing, he wasn't put in jail as Paul was put in jail, but every other thing. And when the time came, Paul was tormented just as the speaker was tormented by the power that be. Under Festus, Agrippa, and the rest of the people. So if you know the history of 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7, you understand he's not using it in a religious context to explain a religious issue, but a political context. That's what they call contextualization. Look at all that Paul went through. Take Paul's situation, put it on the table, and take the speaker position or situation that he went through and put it on the table. Only few you will take from Paul that the speaker did not go through. But you'll see the typologies running through. The speaker was persecuted. He was persecuted. He was harassed. He was intimidated. He was subjected. He was threatened. He was harassed. He was accused. Paul went through all of those things. They accused the speaker of taking 3 million or receiving 3 million bribe. They accused Paul, the Judaizers. They accused Paul of taking money to sell the gospel, to buy out. Paul, anything that will led Paul to write 1 Thessalonians chapter 2. If you look at 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, Paul is clarifying. Paul is fighting to exonerate himself, just as the speaker fought to exonerate himself by the rule of law. So he's right. He's right. As a Christian, I can tell you that he's right. This line or this description suits the occasion. So at the close of the day, the only difference now, Paul died. Paul knew his death was coming. So we can use the speaker resignation as a political death. He resigned a matter, a legal matter, a political matter, a legislative matter. Martyr means somebody who sacrificed, somebody who died for the faith, somebody who suffered for the faith. In this context, he suffered for the rule of law. He put the rule of law first. He did not relinquish the rule of law for anything. He did not compromise the rule of law for anything. You heard him said when they asked him that we've got report that you received money. He said, not this time. If it was a time, the right time that he could have received money was when it all started first and he would bow out graciously and go sit down somewhere. And people just make noise for 2-3 days and it's over. So where we are now? Well, we are where we are. Where we kept on saying. So I think election is going to be held. It's inevitable. There is no way Richard Kun can stay on as speaker. He thought that he was smart here and his guys. Fonati Kofa is clever. You lawyers, you should be very, very excited. Yes, Fonati Kofa did. He really brought or added, not brought, but he added additional spice and integrity and value to the legal profession and the Louis Arthur Graham School of Law. Unlike that one who's sitting down there, call himself president of the bar, who is a political bar president. Fonati Kofa show the people and the whole world the law. So where we are now? Well, the election, the Constitution calls for election. There where we are. So we are into the Constitution. You don't way, I just running through the thing song away. The legal teacher coming this evening, teacher like you will break it down for you, yeah? So you just relax. Are you about to show you just one thing? And then that's it, though. So you see the difference between common sense, the thing they call discernment, and power, greed, misguided. You see what it is? Oh God. Yes. So we just talk 1 or 2 lines from the Constitution, then we're out, yeah? So there will be election. There will be election. Richard Kun now, he's not speaker. The man who said he was speaker, you see how shameful and disgraceful it is? You see how Fonati and his guys are clever? They thought that they were doing something. When you look at the whole thing, just like a comedy, just like a prank. And you know, of the two sides, the clever side is the rule of law. The game plan work. The rule of law caucus game plan work. One group was shouting and screaming and yelling and moving with serene all over the place, running from hotel to hotel, making noise. Another group will talk less, listen more, analyze the issues, follow the law, show no anger, no temper tantrum. And that kind of group God supports. God always on the side of such group. That's why he said in James 19, be slow to speak, quick to hear, slow to anger, quick to hear is a reference for analyze well, so that when you say something, everyone who is hearing it will say, yes, this is true. We believe it and we believe you. And not to rush to say. That's why he said, let not your mouth, do not rush and rush. You saw I said the game plan of the rule of law caucus, so unique, so superb, so yeah. That was Richard Kun in the problem today now. Richard Kun now he worry now. You see it? There will be election. The law say when there is a vacancy, you have the speaker residing in the country. The speaker stay the speaker. Then you take our lesson plate, you put it on your car, you say you speaker. Oh God. Hey man, when we talk, then you can get there, you say. But tell me now, some of you, you can allow your son, your daughter, your children do the kind of thing in your house or other places. Come on, man. Those of you who are saying Rachel Kuna speaker, you're calling Rachel Kuna speaker all over the place. Damaging the country, telling the outside world that Liberia has not changed yet. The country is still a puppet of a country. It's still a village. You know how the people laugh at us in the West and other regional countries? You have the sitting speaker constitutionally sworn in, democratically elected speaker. Then one man say his speaker, he left hand up. Then they're calling him speaker, he running all over the place like he's speaker when he's not speaker. Look where we are now. Rescue. So what the law say? Me say they think I get your time to talk, then I'll go, man. Don't worry. All of y'all, but y'all share the show. Y'all share the show. I hope you're doing it because we have to go all around the world. The things are happening now. we're battling. They're battling us. We're battling them. So all of you who are following online, y'all share the show all over. The people around the world. They want to see. They want to hear. They want to watch. Y'all all around. Y'all share it. When it become on internet, all of you when I 2,800 persons following 10,000. All of y'all share it. I know the reason I'm telling you. It's not easy. And they say they can come up with idea. And they say they're battling us. Let go. We on it. We in a warfare. Y'all share the shows everywhere. Y'all just share as many times as you can share it. So where we are, the legislature. Article 29. It says the legislative power of the Republic of Liberia shall be vested in the legislature of Liberia, which shall consist of two separate houses, a Senate and a House of Representatives, both of which must pass all legislation. The enacting style shall be, it is enacted by the Senate and the House of Representatives of the Republic of Liberia in legislature assembled. Thank you very much, sir. What the other one? What the other one? What the other one? It said 31. 31 say, don't worry, we're going to the next. I'm laying the basis. 31 say, each member of the legislature, before taking his seat and entering upon the duties, not duty, but duties of office, shall take and subscribe to a solemn oath or affirmation before the presiding officer, who is the Speaker of the House, before the presiding officer of the House, to which such person was elected, and in the presence of other members of that House, to uphold and defend the Constitution, Stick that in your ear. To uphold and defend the Constitution and pass it on to the Unity Party people. To uphold and defend the Constitution and laws of the Republic, and to discharge faithfully duties of such office. Then, here we are now. Hey, God. Hey, God. Yeah. Oh, God. 49, Article 49. After talking all the one now, where is it? A name Richard Kunyao. The House of Representatives shall elect once every 6 years a speaker who shall be the presiding officer of that body, a deputy speaker, as such other officers as shall ensure the proper functioning of the House. The deputy speaker, the speaker, and other officers so elected may be removed from office by cause by resolution of 2/3 majority of the member of the House of Representatives. Then what it goes, goes on to talk about every other thing that has to happen: death, resignation, incapacitation. So of those, we cycle resignation. If there is death, it means there's vacancy. Elections must be held. If there is incapacitation, which means they're not deaf, but the person is unable to act in an office for which he was elected as speaker or as representative or as senator, he said there must be election. Resignation means nobody forced the person. The person see the need to resign, but there was a cause for the resignation. So the person write and say, I'm not in the office again. The law say there must be election because it has to be filled. The law did not say the other person who say he's speaker. When the speaker move from there, then he goes there and sit down as speaker. No. That now, how they call it, political dynasty or hereditary form of government, that when the power move from there, then the son go there. When the son move from there, the sister go there. No. So there's going to be election. We've heard 3 names already. We heard 3 names. We are not saying those are the 3 names. I'm saying we heard 3 names. Those are the 3 names. What I can say, when the names come out, one name that will do everything to get elected, even though he said he's speaker. Ever. Let it just look like a prank. Just like a comedy. What kind of country is it? Tell. The most disgraceful thing. The country will never ever forget this thing. Even in the next war. Rescue. What a shame. What a disgrace. What a pity. What a turning. Come. You say you speaker, then the people coming high election for speaker, you going vote? Then why were you running around all over the place using government resources, government car, president supporting you, everybody calling you, people calling you speaker? Let me not say everybody because not everybody. People calling you speaker when you're not speaker. The law says when there is a resignation, it becomes a vacant seat. That seat there must be filled, and it can only be filled by election, not imposition. Nobody in the House of Representatives can impose Rachel Kun over there. Nobody, absolutely. Any attempt, there what you're going to see real fighting now. There you're going to see. There were now the police, they will take gun now and start shooting all the people then that will go against Rachel Kun being the speaker because Bwaka wants it to be the speaker. That time you will see. This is the point the international community are waiting for. You think Kofa just resign? When Kofa going America, coming back, you think he was just spending money or you're going to sit and enjoy himself? I beg you. You know how many times Uncle Sen called Fonati Kofa? You're going to ask him inconvenience, he will tell you. You know the number of telephone calls he received from overseas? You think Fonati Kofa are going to America to just go sit down there and play fun because he get money? Or you going to see a family? Wasn't it in the heat of this thing that Fonati Kofa are going America? You sit down. This is the moment. The pieces of advice that were given to Fonati Kofa, that the game plan you saw the rule of law caucus using so. So it is not about Fonati Kofa again. We are about to see the real evil doers in this country now. We are about to see the Satanists and the devilists and all the other people there. That's the time because Fonati Kofa off. We'll not be talking Fonati Kofa again. The election coming to now. Who will fill the vacancy? So here is it. The guys ate the first morning and they ate it real good. And the guys about to eat another morning. Rule of majority caucus. I get your term. I'm supporting you now. Majority caucus. I know how to call it, eh? What the president say after the Supreme Court, he say quorum. Okay, majority quorum. Majority quorum on your side. We supporting you. Right now, You eat more money from Joseph Yema Boaka. Yeah, it's a. Let me give you a. There is the desperation to elect Rachel Kuhn. They agreed that it will be done right. So, of the few names, the money man, the team that has the money that ready to spend millions is the executive. Their candidate is Rachel Kuhn. So y'all get ready. Their favorite, the VP likes Rachel Kuhn. He wants Rachel Kuhn to be there. He will do any and everything monetarily to get Rachel Kuhn being elected or elected. Y'all watch it. That's the whole thing I explaining to your soul. Money coming waste again. Y'all eat the money. Y'all eat it real good. The reason I'm telling y'all to collect the money, y'all eat it, because the international community is investigating. The people have their surveillance on the ground. The people have their surveillance on the ground. And as Andrew's telling y'all, and today is May 12th, your ticket. Y'all will come back here. Y'all will hear the announcement. I will just sit down here and here you go. Y'all eat it. They will do everything they can. If there are 3 persons in the race, the favorite will be Rachel Kuhn because they get the money. When there are 5 persons, 10 persons, the favorite, because they want Rachel Kuhn to get there at all costs. They have all accepted the reality that Rachel Kuhn is not speaker. They have all accepted what they did was wrong. They have all accepted that they conspire against the state to satisfy one man at the detriment of the whole country. They have resigned to doing the right thing now, but shamefully. So they're going to spend the money, yeah? They come and spend the money real good. With just few persons that will come up, they're going to spend the money real good. That one I can say there. I see you on that one. Don't worry. Teacher like coming today, will explain all the legal aspect, how everything goes. You know what the man tell you all this word, how it can go. The man can see the future before he happy. So I leave it like that. But my man Moses Carter used to say, let's leave it right there. I leave it right there. Don't worry, teacher, like coming to there. It will break everything down for you. I will give you the future again, and you will see it. So let's go now. You can have your say. 0772 23 99 33 886 30 44 97. The women's line 777 9803 75. Let's go. Where do we start? All the lines are ringing. They like politics so much. Let's go from the side. Let's start with the women. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Let's go. Let's hear you quick. Time is of the essence.
I'm calling from Tansi Boyson. You know they may break the rule of the president and the public.
We ain't talking Baka right now. We're talking, madam, we're talking legislative politics. We're talking how you're going to be. That's kind of thing I want here. Yeah, let's go. We're talking how about Richard Kuhn. Y'all leave Baka. Y'all making Baka famous too much. Yeah.
For many years, every commander man you got a different cover for effort. I can assure you that Richard Kuhn will never ever be the speaker of the Republic of Liberia.
You sure of that?
Yeah. Thank you.
Where your assurance coming from? Why you depending on so that you say he will not be?
I can assure you, Mr. I do not. Richard Kuhn will not work to be speaker of the Republic of Liberia. I can assure you, you will never ever become speaker of our country. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you too. Yeah, let's go. Hello.
Yeah, I don't want to change that on the radio.
Yeah, we're not talking about Bwaka, man. I hold it. You're let to hear Bwaka and me. We're talking legislative politics.
We're talking now because we know what is going on. Maybe they may say no election.
The man can do it, man. The man can do it. Bwaka can do it. That Bwaka controlling the legislature that you will say no election. The man can do it. Where?
No.
That Bwaga state here that you will say no election. Hello. Yeah, let's go. You on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, let's hear you.
Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Salimatu. What we are saying, come on.
Yeah.
Thank you for the topic on the discussion.
Yeah, let's hear you, Salimatu.
You know the money if we enjoy it. So we can get it the other way. We get it from that side.
Yeah.
So let the mayor start how much he said. And I want to congratulate on Kofa. At least he makes the citizens of the country to know that the rule of law in the United Party government to know that the rule of law is still stand.
Exactly.
Nothing can break it down.
Right.
So by he resigning, at least he went to the proper channel and that what he wanted.
Very good.
And what you are wanted and that what happened. So let's be grateful to God, to the Almighty God, and say him thank you for the step that he took.
Yes.
So, my fellow librarian, your money that coming, you're not eat it, because if we not eat it now, auntie will get opportunity to eat it.
Salut.
If you can't get it the other way now, you will get it the other way.
Yeah.
Now I'm in Liberia. If you can make it in Liberia, I can make it in
they'll
other
bring
country.
it.
So we can get it from the other side. They get it from the other side.
Richard Kun get two godfathers, the vice president and the president. So they will bring the money outside of the election. They both started lobbying already.
Thank you. And you know, after the whole program, you know how many music I want you to play? Kabagina na ya. The kabagi will come.
You get that song? Wait, Salo, I get that song. You get it?
No, I get it. In the studio there.
Okay, I'll look for it.
Thank you for the program.
I'll look for it. I'll add you to talk about you, right? You give me it. Okay. All right. Hello.
Yeah, go out there to Semanju.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, same day the vote of Sabu Rasta. I'm phoning from point 4 to be exact this hour in Zimbabwe. Then in regards to the issue of the speakership, I'm very disappointed, Semanju.
Why, Sabu Rasta? Why are you disappointed?
Yes, Sam. If the speaker knew that he wanted to resign, why you not resign from the initial stage?
Oh no.
Them to keep on checking this thing, keep on checking this thing, decide to uphold the rule of law. Our people were beaten. Then today, Sam, they're in the damn minute. You can't shoot the wilderness and just dash our hope in the wilderness, Sam.
But your hope is not dashed.
But Sam, because the speaker, what we needed, Sam, was for the right thing to be done.
But the right thing was done. The right thing was done. The man was not flushed out of the place. He was not chased out. The man resigned voluntarily. Nobody forced him. It's better you move with resignation than to say he was flushed out. The man resigned. That is why we're going to election now. That is why there will be election. So it tells you that Richard Kun has never been the speaker, and there where I expect you to say, if you say the man resigned, you're legitimizing Richard Kun's state. The man resign, Richard Kun, member, he going to cast a ballot. The chick level getting a paper. He go cast ballot for himself.
Okay, so we are watching the project because you know we don't trust the we don't trust the book and neither. You know when it comes to the book and neither, we don't trust it.
All right.
Let me say thank you for the show and thank you for having me on the platform.
Okay, Sabu Rasta. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Andrew.
You are disappointed too, like Sabu Rasta?
No, this is.
Hello? You on the air, Chief? Or you going off? Hello?
Good evening, Mr. Andy.
Yeah, let's hear you. Your name and where you come from?
Yes, I'm Eric joining a conversation from Kajo community.
You speak louder, Chief.
Yeah, I'm Eric Chinga joining a conversation from Kajo community.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, let me say kudos to our man, Chief Kofa, a man to be remembered ever in our history. You know, Richard Kun is a man. You don't understand anything but just have that, you know, something that it was a mistake that basically 11 people made and elected him. So now we know he's going to cheating, make sure he will go and cast a vote for himself or he will be defeated at the ballot box because most of those
cars were moving around him. They were moving
All
around
right.
him because they no longer trust him.
Okay.
So thank you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you. Salient point. That might likely happen.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Andrew. Good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, Chief. Your name and where you come from?
Yeah, this is Bama William in Nigeria from the Shetabi Cabinet Shop.
Capital Shagakora.
Let me say thanks to you for the discussion this evening. Mr. Andrew, let me say thanks to the former speaker, J.F. Kofa, at least for opening the eyes of the young people.
Resign. Use the word resign. Even though the two are the same, but there's a slight difference. Use resign.
Yes, he resigned. That one now according to the former speaker. Yeah,
resign
so
speaker.
thanks to him for opening our eyes to see how best to understand our constitution, because people will just go say somewhere they call themselves majority speaker or majority black, minority black, then they remove speaker. But honor J. Kofa, the former speaker made today, that we know that before you remove speaker, you have to pass through so many processes. But now today, under the Uniparty government, which is the Joseph Boakai regime, they deny everything for the Supreme Court. They said they will run their own government in this country. We don't have a problem with that. You see, you see the issue of the new speakership election in the House there. I want to ask my lawmaker, Edward Papi Promo, any money that comes from those guys area, they are majority black to support Richard Kuhn. Papi Promo, please receive that money to do something for our district. Please, don't that one, no law Benin, no rule of law Benin in that one. That's free money down there. Receive that money and vote your caution, vote for the rightful person that you want to be the next speaker in that house. That money, that rightful money, that all money there.
Yeah, okay.
Receive any amount they will offer you to bring development in our district.
Okay, Chief.
Thank you for the time.
Yo, then that rule of law business again. The rule of law finishing now. The monetary politics or the dollar politics coming now. So you sit on there, the time the iron hat according to the people that are trying to beat it. Man, I mean, put the money also real good. I think they were doing for it at the beginning. That was just so when they bring them mad, your command and mad. I say the library will begin. I can say your command and mad. That means you collect it, then you vote against Richard Kuhn. You get both Thomas Fowler. That the less Oban no, but that the names I saw. Thomas Fowler. Thomas Fowler wants to be speaker. Yeah. But I say that 100% true. That's not what we can do here at Kings. That information in the English people, that what the English people call private information, meaning that it is out or they share it with you, then it means you must go and check it. You find out really good to do your background check. So maybe when you reach to the man now, the man say, oh, but that information here that you are contesting, I won't be speaker. Then you can say it with confidence. Let me tell you this. CDC received a giant today. Listen to me. They received a giant today. Jacob Jalla. Jacob Jalla is a force. Except you don't know. Had Jacob Jalla gone Unity Party way, you have seen celebration all over the place. Jacob Jalla is a force. The thing that CDC doing the working on a ground, they're doing that thing small. They're acting like least belly, but you think they're not doing something. When somebody acting like least belly, you can overlook the person, but that person doing something very significant before you can realize that the person overcome you. Jacob Jalla is a force. Jacob Jalla is a heavyweight. Jacob Jalla is a voice. At this time, a CDC to capture Jacob Jalla, and Jacob Jalla will face the whole world to announce his presence. That blow for Unity Party. At this point in time, and that's what I've always said, the party has to collect men and women. Men. That's it. I just thought to share that with you so you know. You hear that in the news at 6. Hello.
Hello, Khan.
My man, I'm Truth FM here. Now, Freedom at Kings FM.
Oh. Yeah, that's 2 FM.
That can be sort of flow. That Kings FM here. Same Andrew.
Yeah, that KFM. How you doing?
Yeah, fine, Chief.
Yeah, oh man, you see, one thing today, for nothing Kofa resigned today, I appreciate it because why? That's how it's supposed to be. He fought good fight.
Yeah, sure.
But the president that empowered the or thought is that bring people afraid. We are not afraid. This war that fought 1990 war, we fought that war, but and as I speak today, I mean going to the but they July 17 or protest. And they say they don't have right to grant or permit. We just inform them for that or regulate what we do. But they Joseph say, see, he the only member. You will see like Brempo, we fear nothing, but we want to follow the rule of law. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. All of you did extremely well. So, Fonati Kofa book will be out soon. The speaker book will be out very soon. I told you from the onset of the latter part of the show, it is title. The book title is From 1 to 73. The Conspiracy at the Capitol. Watch out for the speaker's book. Hello? Hello? You went off. Hello?
Hello, Andrew.
Yes.
Master Isigal, hi there, Baba.
Yeah, great, great. And you?
Yeah, I'm okay. This is my Sisi.
Yeah, let's hear you, man, Sisi.
Yeah. Thank you for the show, and we say thanks to the Label people that saw the block this evening. And we say thanks to Kofa and his block. They extremely well fought a good fight, and they put a rule and told us that they were bypassing the channel. They should go back and get it. And the people, they want to see, and the bottom man sitting down there, you see, that you ought to eat. Then you go ahead, do what you want to do. The country is there. You will come and go to come tomorrow. Now you need power. It's what you do tomorrow for us tomorrow, you to see for tomorrow. And watching, then the whole world is watching. Their country will remain, Baka will go, Georgia will go, Europe will go. Even if the poor go today or tomorrow, the country will remain. We're talking about the country. The rest will be done. We're talking about the rule of law. And the court has said that over and over, Baka said with his stomach said, he will not listen to the court. He will do the wrong thing in this country. What was rule of law? But we are there. What happened today? He didn't work for the hour before more than 100 hours. He has broken all the laws in our country. And we said, thanks to Francis Kofa, he stood the ground. That then they lost the law. And today when he resigned for me, I had no regret. Because like people, we hear it. We make talk on radio. We scared. We can't go in the street to protest. I'm going to scare. I'm going to get killed. The person get killed. Sorry, one person going to die before they go there. He's going to the country. No, that's not the level. And his family. So why never die? I'll say, hey, we knew that time would be late. So Kofa, I want to say, death. Instead of both steps, they put all the story like people in the whole world that yes, it is that is people. So what you keep also, I want to be done. Because I'm hearing that they said they're going to have meeting and they're going to go and resign and have a new people. I want to go back because they want to break laws. Now when somebody going to resign, then they come back again and say, oh, yes, if we don't resign, we're not resigning. For me, I know that what I will do.
No, they can't do that, man, CC. They can't do that.
Okay. Oh, but my brother said, and the folks that look at it,
no, you know what will happen? It will not be about Fonati Kofa again. It's not about Fonati Kofa. There were now the real fight in the house will open.
Okay.
Because the law say, the constitution say, when somebody resign, there must be election.
All right.
Richard Kuhn, he said he's speaker. Fonati Kofa was speaker before he resigned.
Okay.
So if you speaker, then Fonati Kofa would not have resigned. So the reason why Fonati Kofa resigned, because he was the speaker, he created that space. So now Richard Kuhn can go and sit down there and say he's speaker. Richard Kuhn are now being speaker. So his colleagues now will make sure that they have the election. Even Thomas Fowler, right now that Thomas Fowler in charge. So if Richard Kuhn was speaker,
yeah.
Masisi, you understand anything how you going?
I understand it.
If Fonati, I mean, if Richard Kuhn was speaker, if Richard Kuhn was speaker, you are going to be over there. You are not coming to have Fonati Kofa resigning.
Yes. I understand what you say.
Fonati Kofa resigned as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. So the law says when representative resign, Speaker resign, there must be an election. That is reason why you hear names like Musa Belete want to be speaker, Fonati, no, not Fonati Kofa, Thomas Fala, Rachel Kuhn. If Rachel Kuhn know that he's speaker, and people believe Rachel Kuhn is speaker, then why he named there to run?
I mean, I really forget you see that you no control. No more. You see that you no control.
All right.
Are you watching the process?
All right, my Sisi.
Our protest will take place. All the our protest will take place.
Okay. All right, my Sisi. Have a nice Monday. Yeah, the man letter, the speaker letter. Let me read it for you quick, then we go, yeah? May 12, 2025. Honorable Major Sion, Chief Clerk, House of Representatives, 55th National Legislature, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Reference, letter of resignation. Dear Honorable Sion, please inform the members of my resignation from the office of Speaker, effective 12 noon. Today, in accordance with the Constitution and our rules, Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala will become presiding officer and acting speaker until a new speaker is elected. Please convey to the members my warmest regards and deepest gratitude for having elected me to serve the Liberian people in this capacity. Respectfully, J. Fonati Kofa, Councillor at Law, Representative, Grand Crew County, District 2. A Fonati Kofa letter of resignation today, May 12th. Mark it down. Anybody ask you, say, yeah, the man resign. When they say what time, say May 12th. Today, May 12th, 2025. Yeah, what the man said. Let me read that line for you again. He said in his letter of resignation, in accordance with the Constitution and our rules, the Deputy Speaker, Thomas Fala, will become presiding officer and acting speaker until a new speaker is elected. Until a new speaker is elected. That's what the mayor letter, and that's what it is. That's what the law say. So that's it. That Thomas Fala is the acting speaker right now. You see it? You see how when you dull in life, everybody see your emptiness. Thomas Fala right now is the acting speaker. So if Richard Kuhn had always prided himself as the speaker, why will you have Thomas Fala as the acting speaker, and we'll be talking about election? If Richard Kuhn is the speaker, why will we be talking about election? You see the mess? You see the shame? People who claim to be educated in rescue. You see the kind of thing? This thing has never ever happened. From 1822 to 1847, from 1847 all the way that 2024, 2025 rather, we see the thing happening. Isn't it a disgrace? Isn't it a shame? When we're telling you from the beginning, who I don't know how to call him, who's in care, and all your people, your United Party people now, what y'all can say now? Y'all keep calling Richard Kuhn speaker. Pro-Unity Party radio stations, pro-Unity Party individual journalists, and pro-Unity Party newspaper. We're telling you, as much as we are colleagues, let's try to be professional. Let us not sell our integrity. Anybody who within the CDC realm and that person is not that person, I can never sit on this radio and call that person who he isn't. I will never do it. Never. You people all over the place. Speaker Rachel Kuhn, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, will be leading a high-power delegation. XYZ delegation coming, will be meeting with the Speaker. They carry him and sat inside a woman from Barbados, Barbados president. He's sitting down over there. He said he's Speaker. Look at the shame. Look at the disgrace. The news going all over. Thomas Fowler. Thomas Fowler is the acting speaker, the presiding officer and acting speaker, and we're telling you, and teacher like King, you explain everything to your how it's going to be. You ain't listening to that, and you see now that Thomas Fowler now sitting over there. Thomas Fowler going home, the police escort with him. He the acting speaker right now. Rachel Kuhn, the mayor representative. Thomas Fowler coming from a hall, that escort with him. The only thing he can use representative 1 because he acting. The representative 1 is parking. Rachel Kuhn can use it. If Rachel Kuhn still using representative 1 under the law, he can be arrested for impersonating. And his colleagues can even bring expulsion. And Bwaka can keep Rachel Kuhn there. I bet you, except they ain't get any other person. That's the only way. But Bwaka has given up on Rachel Kuhn. Oh, the short time, the way he behaved. Bwaka has given up. The man who is backing Rachel Kuhn is the vice president. And when that thing came up on the Supreme Court, and the vice president ran to the president and said, Mr. President, you can't sit here and do that kind of thing or be disgraceful. Don't recognize the Supreme Court. Rachel Kuhn is the speaker. So let them go do the vice president go influence things over there again. That's why I say the money coming, they're bringing the money also real good. Y'all eat the money. Y'all eat it. The representatives, y'all eat it. It coming up. I prefer, listen, why it is true that Thomas Fowler betrayed, but there are 2 names over there. What we have been hearing, Thomas Fowler, no 3, Rachel Kuhn. But the reason I'm saying 2, because that man, no, you leave Rachel Kuhn. The most ability for now, Thomas Fowler. Any one of these 2 can be speaker. But that Rachel Kuhn, man, no. But I know that they will do everything monetarily. That thing you people were hearing over the weekend, they say, oh, money was being spread around, and some of the lawmakers were debunking it. Why it is true that rumor, but there is always a semblance of truth. Because this country here, nothing works without money. People sell their integrity for money. That is why the country remains underdeveloped, because people are already sold out. Once they see few United States dollars, look at what majority of the guys did in our house. Do you know that had it not been for money, if people had integrity, Rachel Kuhn wouldn't have done what he did. Those majority blog guys wouldn't have done what they did over there. But majority of the people, they were already sold out. They did not see 1,000. They did not see 1,500, 2,500 US. So all of them, when a huge amount of money was running around them, what happened? They gave in. They said, oh, the speaker, and he did this, he did that, he did that. So we already removing. They're the man now. How they call that man? Sorry, I'm running into the people time, but that's how it can be when you see the kind of that man. How they call him, sir? James Colette. That went burglarize the speaker office. You're going out, that different person will go over there. You see how life can turn around. You see how God can work. I see you, man. The people coming with the news. I see you. Jean Maboro say, a weak opposition members, please leave from the people's government with weakness. Who else? Matthew Cholople say, Speaker Kofa is right to resign because Liberians are afraid to stand up against Bwaka. I strongly believe that if Liberians were going to take serious action and protest against Bwaka, Speaker Kofa was not going to resign. Okay. Prince Mel, I understand you. Vafi said the speaker is now a soundbox from tomorrow upward. We don't want to hear stupid noise in District 11. Cause Sereno. Kuria Willens. Oh, okay. Kuria Willens say, I love your powerful voice. We will share the day. Thank you so much. I see you. I get tired again. The news people come here big. Yeah. The 4 minutes are not even the time. Hey, buddy, they call us there. They online viewers, they get bad more. They say something. By Unity Party people are big. Yeah. Okay, man, I see you. That's all the time we got. Thank you ever so much for spicing up the show. We like to be in your presence. We really enjoy ourselves being in your presence. That's why when you people not on, we feel weak. Thank you. We make the sacrifice for you people. I appreciate all of you. I was down from the onset, but you people activated me. The people get real. Oh, God, I did that. The man can try with Sari again. So there's 11 people with rest, no nuts. I see you, man. The news is up at 6. Yeah. Listen for the latest developments that unfolded today. And then today is Monday. Okay, CDC hour is on from 6:50 to 7:50. And after that, the whole world, the whole country stops to listen. So, Teacher Light, A.B. Wea, Anthony Atlaw, and face the issues. You don't want to miss it. Share the show. All of you, the 10,000 persons that follow, all of you, you share the show, you share tonight's show everywhere. Share it to the whole world. We are embarking on something. Their propaganda will not work. They don't want the outside world to hear, but they will hear. I see you. I'm Sam Andrews.
Kings 88.5.
Kings 88.5 FM.
We got the flavor.
It's your bonario, Sibiri Pila Patala. Liberty Fortune Company is here for every one of us. If you want to get money easy, buy Liberty Fortune Scratch Card.